We're in production on The Marvels, the sequel to Captain Marvel.
It's full comic book madness.
This movie follows, like, how do these three people learn to become a team?
X-Men the animated series. It's clear it means a lot to this audience. It means so much to us.
The show is very special, and I think it's going to make a big difference in people's lives again.
There's still more to say, more to do.
I can't wait for you to see the brand new worlds on the horizon.
See you soon.
What is up, everybody? Tomorrow is the big day, Disney's D23 Expo and Marvel Studios' panel, where they're going to give us all of their big reveals. So today we're going over my final predictions for D23, what Marvel Studios is actually going to reveal to us at the Expo. Now, all of this is coming from things that I've heard. Some are from actual people, some are rumors online, but essentially this is what I actually think is going to go down at D23 tomorrow. And yes, I am expecting it to be big. Before SDCC, a lot of us were trying to level the expectations and say, hey, it might not be that big, and then it ended up being huge. I think it's going to be the same for D23. And if you're wondering what time it starts at 10 a.m. tomorrow, Saturday, September 10th, and that's 10 a.m. Pacific time. I do not think they're going to be live streaming it anywhere, but Disney invited the Cosmic Wonder, so I sent somebody and they're going to be texting me the whole entire time, so be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, because I'll be covering everything that happens tomorrow, plus I'll be tweeting and posting on Instagram about it as well if you want to follow me there. Now here's the official Disney description of what is happening tomorrow during the Hall D23 presentation. It says, Hall D23 presentation, welcome all multiversal, intergalactic, and world-spanning adventurers as Marvel Studios, Lucasfilm, and 20th Century Studios preview upcoming titles including sneak peeks and special guests. So bring on the sneak peeks, and please, Marvel Studios, release them to the public. And as far as I know, this is going to run about an hour and a half, which means Marvel Studios is probably going to get 30 to 45 minutes to talk about upcoming projects. Now, what I think they're going to focus on is a little bit of the latter half of the Phase 5 projects, the ones that have just been announced, like Captain America New World Order, the Thunderbolts, Daredevil Born Again, and then I think they're going to go on to Phase 6 and reveal the rest of what is coming. Now, I've already done videos talking about possible trailers that we could see and talking about other Phase 5 projects. We won't go too deep into that in this video because I really want to talk about what I expect for Phase 6. And again, this is just my final predictions based off of everything that we've heard over the past few weeks. Now, as you saw in the video in the beginning, Disney is putting a big emphasis on Marvel Studios, teasing it on the floor at D23 right now. And that video was posted on Twitter by user @AgusBraro, so credit to her for that. But that's a pretty good indication of what we're gonna see. There's some new logos for some new projects like Captain America New World Order. So like I said, they'll go over a little bit of Phase 5, but then dive into Phase 6, hopefully revealing the rest of the slate. And based off of everything that we've heard this week, here's what I think is about to go down. One, of course, is Deadpool 3. I think this is a given. We know they've been working on it for a long time. Ryan Reynolds has been working on the script actually for years now. They now have the writing team, they have the director, and it seems like they know what the movie is going to be about. The latest rumors say that they're actually going to be bringing over some Fox X-Men into our universe, not to kind of be there permanently, but to just kind of partake in Secret Wars. And there's actually been a rumored release date going around that says that Deadpool could be coming February of 2024. I'm not too sure about that. I'm not sure where the rumor comes from or if it's just posted to an online board somewhere, but I do expect them to announce Deadpool tomorrow with an official release date. So we'll find out soon enough. Now, my next prediction is World War Hulk. This seems to be a given right now. If you have watched She-Hulk so far, I won't spoil anything, but they really did set up the Hulk for a future storyline in the MCU. Rumor has it that the rights from Universal went back to Disney so they can now do a solo Hulk film, and it's been reported I think over a year now, that Marvel Studios is developing a Hulk story that is based off of World War Hulk and Planet Hulk from the comics. And based off of what we've seen in She-Hulk, it does seem like that is the storyline, and it does seem like the Hulk could even have a son, Scar. Rumor has it that the next Hulk film could be like a Captain America Civil War film, the Hulk going up against his son Scar, with some people taking sides. But the best part about this is apparently we are supposed to be getting a full-on Hulk again. Just a full-on rage monster destroying everything in his path, getting angrier and angrier, stronger and stronger until he's unstoppable. And I do think that they'll announce some type of Hulk project coming in Phase 6. Now, the next project that I think is going to get decent attention is Blade. They didn't really talk about it at SDCC, but I think that we're going to be getting our first look at Mahershala Ali in his Blade outfit. I also think that they're going to reveal the villain of the movie, and rumor has it recently that it could be Denzel Washington. Some insiders on Twitter recently have been posting a list of names, and others have been retweeting this list as well. Denzel Washington was on that list. We didn't really know what he was up for at the time, but rumor has it that it could be the villain of Blade, and I'm expecting a first look at Blade and hopefully that villain reveal. Now, another big one is Nova, and we'll get into that, but first, thank you to Best Fiends for sponsoring this video. I think we all know how much pressure life can put on us sometimes, and I know it's really easy to put off having a little bit of relaxation time and a little bit of fun, but that shouldn't be how it is, and with Best Fiends, an exciting puzzle adventure game, you can have fiendish fun anywhere, anytime. Best Fiends is an awesome puzzle game that I truly enjoy because it's not just connecting in straight lines, but you can actually connect diagonally, which is a lot more fun, and you can play at any time because it's super quick to play, and you level up very, very easily. In fact, the first time I played it for only a few minutes, I got all the way to level 6. That's because this game is really easy to just pick up and get in the zone because it's super fun. 1 second you're on level 1, and then the next thing you know, you've connected enough times to get to level 6. And there are literally thousands of different levels you can play, and the best part is Best Fiends is free to download. So don't put off your fun time anymore, you've definitely earned it. Go to the App Store or Google Play to download Best Fiends for free. Plus, earn even more with $5 worth of in-game rewards when you reach level 5. That's Best Fiends without the R. Now, Nova's a big one. It's been confirmed by Deadline that Nova is indeed coming to the MCU. There's a project in the works right now, and the latest rumor has it that Nova has actually been cast, and this is going to be a huge reveal, and I'm expecting this to be announced at D23. The latest rumors have it that it's either going to be John Boyega from Star Wars that's going to play Nova, or Ryan Gosling. I talked about this in yesterday's video. I definitely think that either could do a great job. I'm open to seeing what John Boyega could bring to the role, but I do think that Ryan Gosling would make a perfect Nova. Hopefully we find out who's playing him tomorrow. Now, another project that I hope gets announced, I haven't really heard much about it, but I hope a solo Scarlet Witch film gets announced. Ever since Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness came out, a bunch of insiders have said that a Scarlet Witch solo project, a true one, is in the works. Now, we haven't heard much since then, but if we think about it, it just makes sense. We know that she's not dead, and the writer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Michael Waldron, basically confirmed she's not dead. So it would make sense that she has to show up again before the events of Secret Wars, because if she doesn't, it doesn't really make sense. We can't just have her, threaten the entire multiverse, go away, and come back and be like, oh, hey, let me help you save the multiverse again. There has to be some arc leading up to that. She can't just flip the switch from villain to hero so easily, especially when she killed a lot of sorcerers at the Carmitage. So it would make sense that a solo Scarlet Witch project would come before the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. Now, I'm expecting 2 more really big things to happen at D23, and the first one is the trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The trailer was already shown at SDCC, however, it was not released to the public. This time, I believe they'll show it again, but actually release it to the public. Now, to add on that, I also do think we'll probably get a second trailer for Wakanda Forever, but I do hope we get that official trailer for Ant-Man 3. And of course, the last major thing that I'm expecting to happen is the cast for the Fantastic Four to be revealed. Now, here's where it gets a little bit tricky. Based off of what I've heard, they have already picked the cast. However, there have been many conflicting reports recently on who the actual cast seems to be. I will say that it does seem like Jodie Comer is going to be playing Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman. That seems to be pretty solid. However, there are a lot of conflicting reports about John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. Some people say that he is going to be playing him. Some people say that he's not. John Krasinski's name does seem him to be attached to a recent and upcoming MCU project. However, we don't know what capacity that's in. He could be directing some type of Marvel movie, because I don't think it makes sense for him to play another character after we saw him as Mr. Fantastic. So this one's kind of up in the air. He could be playing Mr. Fantastic, or he might not be. And like I mentioned yesterday, the other names that we've heard are Seth Rogen as the Thing, which honestly I'm down for, and Ross Lynch as the Human Torch. That is the most recent that I've heard. However, of course, that's not set in stone. It's just a rumor for now. But I do hope that they reveal the official cast, or at least give us something for the Fantastic Four. But again, like I've said, it does seem like the cast has been locked in. Now, the one final thing that I think we might get, and this is a big might, but that is the casting of Henry Cavill as Hyperion, who could be appearing in Loki Season 2, leading the Squadron Supreme, which he does in the comics. Now, this has actually been rumored for quite some time now, and I'm really hoping it's real. I would love Henry Cavill in the MCU, and I think he would make a great Hyperion, and I think him and Tom Hiddleston interacting with each other and Owen Wilson in Loki Season 2 would be pretty dang cool to watch. So I'm really crossing my fingers for an announcement there. Now, the last one that I really don't know about is Spider-Man. Spider-Man seems to have some sort of a presence at D23, but again, the reports and rumors about this are very conflicting. Some say that it's going to be a new announcement about an MCU movie. Some say that it has nothing to do with the MCU or The Amazing Spider-Man 3. So Spider-Man is kind of a wild card right now as to what's going to happen with him and any type of announcements at D23. Now, we're at the end of the video, and I'm sure you're wondering, well, hey, what about the X-Men? What about the mutants? And right now, honestly, we have about a 50-50 shot of hearing something about the mutants. You see, the mutants are actually kind of going to be the main focus of Phase 7 and beyond. They're going to have a part in Secret Wars, but they're not going to be really the main figures of Phase 6. However, there is the possibility that Marvel Studios could start to introduce new mutants in Phase 6. We already have Kamala Khan introduced as the first official mutant of the MCU, but we know that others are out there. We also know that Marvel Studios has already started casting for the X-Men, but are they far enough along? Have they casted who they needed to cast to do an official announcement for an official mutants project? It also depends on what they want to do. Do they want to dedicate an entire project to the mutants or start to introduce them in other projects? Like I said, mutants aren't going to be a primary focus leading up to Avengers Secret Wars, but they are going to play a part. So we might not actually get anything as far as the mutants are concerned at D23. It could be that the only thing we get is Kevin Feige stating, hey, they're coming, you'll see them in other projects, but they won't get an official project to themselves before Phase 7. So like I said, this one's kind of up in the air. Hopefully we find out something tomorrow. But in the meantime, like I said, I'll be covering this all day tomorrow, so be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the reveals. Don't forget to like the video as it helps the channel, and of course, if you want to follow for live updates tomorrow, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.